All right, Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us this truth. Peace and blessings to the hopeful like Akim scattered throughout the four corners of the earth, giving on diligence to make your calling and election sure, as well as hastening the coming of our Lord Yahweh Shai. All right, real quick video, man. I'm not even gonna say real quick, but basically the topic I want to go into, man, is like the true nature of a woman, right? Growing up in this society, you know, most of us being raised by a single woman, right? Not really having a father in the household. And if you have a father in the household, he's under the vibration of a woman, right? Happy wife, happy life. You know, he don't really run the household. He kind of got to like walk on eggshells, or his woman's going to be like nagging and bitching at him. But growing up in this society, you're not really taught the true nature of a woman. You either learn it by way of trial and error, or most of us, even then, some guys still don't learn, you know what I'm saying? Or you learn it if the Lord blesses you to come into this knowledge, this understanding. That's when you really learn the true nature of a woman, okay? Other than that, guys who had a way with women in the world that are not like of the fold, they just deal with them in like a niggardly way. Like they just treat them like a hoe. They pimp them out, beat them, talk shit to them, destroy their spirit. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, they'll say you like, you know, you had that term. And I'm going to be blatant, you know. You had that term in the world, bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, right? But the liberty for them to be able to do that was given to them by Esau Edom. All right, so the way we deal with women, brothers who are in the know, right, who have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and we deal with them according to the scriptures, man, how the scriptures say to deal with them. You know what I'm saying? And we know what things to look for. And even still, sometimes we F up, man. We F up a little bit. But predominantly growing up in this earth, in Esau society, you're not taught the true nature of a woman, right? You're not taught that women are not their outward appearance. Because you could look upon a woman and she could look so damn good, man. You know, that's why the Lord created them. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm not going to say for our pleasure, because the scriptures say to desire her not for pleasure, right? But the Lord created the woman for the man. You know what I'm saying? So you could look upon a woman. She'll be what Jake like, man. Jake like him a good light-skinned woman with some nice lips, you know, a pretty smile, no nice breasts, nice ass, and all of that. You know what I'm saying? And some Jake, they like a woman with some pretty ass feet, man. Keep their feet done. You know what I'm saying? Keep their body clean, just great hygiene. But moral of the story is men love women, okay? And you look on their outward appearance and it's like, man, she can do no wrong. You know, you're blinded by her outward appearance, right? But what they don't tell you in this society is women are not their outward appearance, right? Now, some women, their outward appearance portrays what they are inwardly. Like, they can't hide it. You know what I'm saying? But a majority of women, man, you know, they're like fucking serpents, man. Like, serpents. You know what I'm saying? And if you're not taught to look on the inside of a woman, or you're not taught what to look for in a woman, or how to choose a woman, then you're just going to keep falling victim over and over and over again. Okay, and in this society, there ain't much to choose from, man. You know, for brothers that are in this truth, it's been often said that the Lord blesses us with the best of the worst women. Okay, he blesses us with the best of the worst. You know, and you know, we make do with what we have. Also taking accountability for the role we play in them being how they are, right? That spiritual idolatry. Did a video on that earlier in the week. But anyway, Let's check this out.
It is haunting video our 8 News Now investigators showed you here first. 2 women walking hand in hand through a strip casino with the man they would eventually kill. This afternoon, those 2 women are beginning their sentences in prison. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Denise Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators were the only TV crew in the courtroom for this emotional sentencing. David Charnes here with how many years they could be serving behind bars.
Yeah, Brian, Denise, the pair took a plea deal, sending them to the Department of Corrections for at least 10 years. Today in court, the family of the man they killed repeatedly asking why they did it.
I would like to send my condolences to Brian's family.
21-year-old Erica Covington apologizes for killing a man inside a Caesars Palace hotel room before a judge sentences her to prison.
I deeply, genuinely apologize for the grief and the pain that has been brought upon you guys' family.
She and 22-year-old Ariana Taylor killed and robbed 25-year-old Brian Altamirano Solano in May 2023. This video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shortly afterward shows the trio walking hand in hand minutes before the murder. She and 22-year-old Ariana.
If you look at in this video real quick, if you look at this guy, man, it looked like they were in some type of hotel, casino or whatever, but he's smiling, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's a so-called Latino guy, you know, Hispanic guy. And the thing is, man, he thought he hit the lottery that night. You know, he thought he hit the lottery. He's smiling. And the so-called black woman is just known for being promiscuous. So this man just knew, he like, man, I got 2 of them. I'm about to get some box. Now, the judgment that was brought upon him was from the Lord, because that's wicked anyway. To think you about to pop 2 women at the same time, that's going off. And he's an Israelite, you know, but at the same time, you know, he was looking on their outward appearance, man. He never thought, man, and you cannot underestimate a woman. You know, you cannot underestimate a woman, man. Okay, especially in 2025.
Taylor killed and robbed 25-year-old Brian Altamirano.
Look at him, man. He's all teeth. He probably had a few drinks. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else he liked to do. You know, and you just looking at these women, you wouldn't think that they would be able to. But like I said, you know.
Solano in May 2023. This video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shortly afterward shows the trio walking hand in hand minutes before the murder.
No le bastó con robarle sus pertenencias.
Altamirano Solano's father speaking with the help of an interpreter. It wasn't enough just taking his belongings, he says. They had to kill him. Altamirano Solano and the girls were in his room for about 15 minutes before one of them pulled the trigger. Police finding a cartridge casing they say matched Taylor's gun. Altamirano Solano's mother joining the hearing remotely from out of the country. The pain that I felt was so deep, she says. I felt like I just lost my life. I had so many questions. Why? Why my son? Police work to find the women included comparing these Instagram videos to surveillance from several strip properties that night. Officers arresting the duo 2 days later. Altamirano Solano's father again speaking through the interpreter.
Pido justicia por mi hijo.
I ask for justice for my son.
Police nor prosecutors have ever said which woman they actually believe pulled the trigger. Nevada law allows charges against all people involved in a murder, not just the person who did the actual slaying. I'm David Charnes, 8 News Now.
Right, man. You know, that you couldn't have told that guy that he was getting ready to be put to death by those women. He thought he was going to have him a grand time. You know, and like I said, you cannot underestimate women. All right, so real quick, man, we're just going to go over some of the basics when you're dealing with women, man. You know, Ecclesiastes 7:26, you know, it says, and I find more bitter than death the woman, right? You know, it don't specify which woman. It says the woman, right? Whose heart is snares and nets and her hands as bands, okay? More bitter than death is the woman, man, okay? Her heart is snares and nets, man. Women are opportunistic. Okay, women don't love unconditionally. They love with conditions. Okay, if a woman get with you, it's very rare that she's with you specifically because she loves you. there's something that you initially, she can grow to love you based off the things that you start to provide for her. But initially, there's something that you provide for her, whether it be shelter, okay, food, a good time, financial stability. Initially, there's something that you're providing for her, okay. So it says her hands are as bands. It says, whoso pleaseth the Most High shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. And when the Heavenly Father saw fit to call us into this truth, hey man, you learn the correct way to go about dealing with these women. You know what I'm saying? You learn the correct nature of a woman, right? And you pretty much learn that women ain't shit for the most part, especially these women here in America. And that's the flat out blatant truth. Okay. Moving on, man. Ecclesiasticus, also known as Sirach in the Apocrypha 25 and verse 1. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman and desire her not for pleasure. Okay, when you're dealing with a woman, you don't choose a woman based off her outward appearance. And we've all done this, but we learn not to. Okay, what is this woman has to be made up of particular qualities. Okay. That the scriptures name. Okay, to be worthy of being a wife, to even be worthy of being taken serious. Okay. It says, stumble not at the beauty of a woman. Most guys, when they're dealing with women, they just gawking at how good she looks, man. We named all the characteristics of a good looking woman, but you're not knowing inwardly what she's made of, inwardly what her plot is towards you, inwardly what her intentions are, okay, for the long term. Okay, let's go. This is the same chapter, but verse 24. It says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. Now that's heavy right there, man. They don't even teach this in churches. Okay, in the so-called church, they don't teach that, man. They don't tell you that of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. The reason why we in a predicament we're in right now is because what? Adam listened to what? He listened to Eve, man. Okay, he was caught up in her what do you want to call it? Her enchantment, so to speak. Okay. And here we are right now in the predicament we're in, man, which ultimately it was the will of the Lord. Okay, it was the will of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. We had to learn good and evil, but it all started with what? A woman. All right. So when you learn that the beginning of sin, all right, started with a woman, then you're like, whoa. You're like, oh, red flag. And we keep these scriptures in mind, brothers that are in the know. We keep these scriptures in mind when we deal with women, So it ain't no woman can't really run too much game on no man of the Lord, man. Ain't nothing you can say, man. We got you. We got your number, man. We know how you rocking. All right. Now, this is a good one right here. 1 Ezra 3, man. Okay. And this is gonna give the synopsis of a woman. Okay, the power of a woman. Okay. I'm gonna read a little bit of 1 Ezra 3, then I'm gonna go over to 1 Ezra chapter 4. It says, now when Darius reigned, he made a great feast unto all his subjects and unto all his household and unto all the princes of Media and Persia and to all the governors and captains and lieutenants that were under him, from India unto Ethiopia, of 127 provinces. Right. So he had a feast that was comprised of 127 provinces. It says, and when they had eaten and drunken and being satisfied were gone home, then Darius the king went into his bedchamber and slept, and soon after awaked. All right. It says, then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another. Right. So they were of the guard that kept the king's body. So you would have to understand, like, you had to imagine they were 3 young men and they were of his personal staff. It's kind of like the Secret Service to Trump. Okay. It says, Then 3 young men that were of the guard that kept the king's body spake one to another, let every one of us speak a sentence, he that shall overcome, and whose sentence shall seem wiser than the others, unto him shall the king Darius give great gifts, and great things in token of victory, as to be clothed in purple, to drink in gold, and to sleep upon gold, and a chariot with bridles of gold, and a head tire of fine linen, and a chain about his neck. So they wanted, 3 of them wanted to write 3 wise sentences, okay, in order to gain favor with the king Darius. Okay, it says, and he shall sit next to Darius because of his wisdom, and shall be called Darius his cousin. And then everyone wrote his sentence, sealed it, and laid it under King Darius his pillow, and said that when the king is risen, some will give him the writings. All right. It says, and of whose side the king and the 3 princes of Persia shall judge, that his sentence is the wisest, to him shall the victory be given, as was appointed. So whoever had the wisest sentence would gain favor with the king. Okay. And it says the first wrote, wine is the strongest. Right. So they had a battle of what's stronger, man. It says the second wrote, the king is the strongest. The third, which ended up winning, the third wrote, women are strongest, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory, right? And that's one thing that we learn, man. You know, a lot of our downfalls in this society, man, you know, the L's we be taking, man, they be directly tied to a woman in one way or another, all right? Chasing women, okay? But when we come into this truth, what does it say right here? It says, but above all things, truth beareth away the victory, man. We're seeking to be saved, to gain victory over this world, okay, over our enemies, over Esau, Edom, over this flesh, over these women, hey man, by way of this truth, man. All right. So the sentence that ended up winning was the last one. Women are the strongest, but above all things, the truth beareth away victory. So we're going to read what was said by this third guy. It says, O ye men, it's 1 Esdras 4:14. O ye men, it is not the great king, nor the multitude of men, neither is it wine that excelleth. Who is it then that ruleth them, or have the lordship over them? Are they not women? Right? So it's like, okay, you could have wine, you could be a king. All right. It says, but when it comes to a woman, she can get right next to you, right up under you, man. Right. She could manipulate all of that. It says, women have borne the king and all the people that bear rule by sea and land. Right, man. So all things have come forth of a woman, out of a woman's. Well, let's be specific, man. The seed has to be planted by a man, but the portal that you go through in order to get to this earth is a woman. She's an incubator. Okay. It says, even of them came they, and they nourished them up that planted the vineyards, from whence the wine cometh. So he like, man, the women, the ones who breastfed the man who planted the vineyard for you to even be able to have wine. Okay. You know, just pushing the point home. You know, he got a good argument there. It says, these also make garments for men. These bring glory unto men, and without women cannot men be. Right. And there's some truth to that. Right. It says, yeah. And if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and beauty? And letting all those things go, do they not gape and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? Hey, man, you got men who will go out and work 60 hours, 80 hours a week, you know, double time, overtime, right? Slaving, getting their money. And then they'll go sit in a strip club for 4 hours and spend all their money on a woman that they don't even get to pop, right? Just for a little tease. You got men who are paying for used socks on the internet from a woman. Okay, you got men who are paying for used panties, okay, from a woman, okay? It's crazy, man. It says, yea, and if men have gathered together gold and silver or any other goodly thing, do they not love a woman which is comely in favor and in beauty? Verse 19. It says, and letting all those things go, do they not gape and even with open mouth fix their eyes fast on her? And have not all men more desire unto her than unto silver or gold or any goodly thing whatsoever? And the reason why niggas go out of their way breaking their neck to get money is to get women. All right. Which is another excellent point. It says, a man leaveth his own father that brought him up in his own country and cleaveth unto his wife. Right, you see that oftentimes, man. Right, what do you got right now, man? You got passport bros, man. They leaving the country, man, going to a whole nother country, starting a new life, just to get a woman, okay, just to be with a woman, man, just to feel loved. It says he sticketh not to spend his life with his wife. It says, and remembereth neither father nor mother nor country. You got that that favorable argument that people have on the internet right now. If your mama and your girl walk up to the car, who getting in the back, your mama or your girl? You know what I'm saying? And niggas be like, my girl getting in the front, my mama gotta get in the back. But some niggas be like, mama boys, be like, man, my mama gotta ride in the front. But then there's that conflict, you know what I'm saying? But that's the point. All right. It says, by this also ye must know that women have dominion over you. Do you not labor and toil and give and bring all to the woman? That's the point I was just making. You get up, go to work, just to what? Take care of a woman, right? Please a woman. It says, yea, a man taketh his sword and goeth his way to rob, to steal, to sell upon the sea and upon rivers. And looketh upon a lion and goeth in darkness. And when he have stolen, spoiled, and robbed, he bringeth it to his love. So, hey, man, men bend over backwards for women. Lord's will, this video is edifying. Shalom.